It's you again.
It has been a while, hasn't it, old lady? Why do you show yourself to me now? In this deserted corner of the fort, at this hour?
Why are you here? Silent still.
I never quite figured out if you just like pretending to be mysterious, or if you genuinely can't speak. Which is it?
I don't have a lot of time. I am on my way to the open court. Affairs of the war draw my attention. If you have something to convey to me, then by all means do so. Patterns in the snow, a sudden chill in the air, mist around the fortress, shards of ice falling from the sky, anything. Speak to me, old lady. Emery, are you headed for the court? You don't usually take this route. Yes, good morning to you as well. How did you sleep last night? I see. I had pleasant dreams as well. They seem to be coming to me more frequently ever since I changed my sleeping arrangements. He's still in my bed. I thought I should let him sleep in today. Please. It's only because he has been working himself ragged. It's like he's trying to prove something. I don't understand why he does that. Of course, I care about him, same as I care for any of you. You're all valuable to me. Important pieces on my chessboard. Why, Em, do you want me to take you to my bed as well? I didn't think you swung that way. A joke? From you? This early in the morning? Well, miracles do happen, I suppose. Please, you don't have to be happy for me. There's nothing to be happy about. Snowflake and I, we're just... Nothing's special, Em. I think that word is pretty, but ultimately meaningless. Nothing ever happens for a reason. Do I like him?
Why do you wish to know?
Oh. Emery. Can you see her in the snow? Over there. That lady. She's clad in white robes. Do you see her? Oh. Yes. Yeah, you're right. The wind can sometimes carry the dregs of snow in strange patterns. We start seeing things that aren't there. Mistake shadow for substance, mirages for oases. Especially in the quiet, empty hours of dawn and dusk, when nobody else is around. I'm quite all right. Please be on your way. I'll join you and Easton and the others in court shortly. Good girl. Emery. I do like him. It scares me sometimes how much I like him. Oh, God save the Prime Minister. So how much more of this do I have to tolerate? I've been sitting here for the last hour, listening to esteemed dignitaries prattle on in elegant words about absolutely nothing at all. Why is this part of my work? Why can't I delegate this to someone else? Yes, I know. I'm General Estelle Eveningstar, Supreme Commander of the armies of the Icy Empire. But Stella would rather be looking at maps, drawing up plans, or actually leading the rest of you into war, or just sleeping under the blankets. Sometimes, Stella just needs a break. Fine. Let's just get this over with quickly. I need to... Oh, Snowflake. About time you made it here. Did you get lost on your way or something? No, poor boy. So silly and dumb. How did you even manage to get by in the world for so long before I found you, No, enough of that. Come here. Sit with me. What are you doing? Not there, pet. Don't sit beside me on this sorry excuse for a throne. No. Don't sit at the foot of my throne either. As much as I like the connotation and symbolism of that imagery, I don't want you to sit there. Sit on my lap, silly. Well, yes, right now. Yes, in front of everyone. Is there a problem? Oh, there's a faint blush starting to blossom on your face. You're getting flustered. Already? Ah, I see. You're just shy. I don't care, slave. Get on my lap, unless you'd prefer I take you over my knee instead. That's a good boy. No, Snowflake. You smell of roses. Did you use some of my bathing supplies? Good. I'd have been upset if you didn't after I told you to. Oh, you're not going to your little forge today. You've been working very hard these past few weeks, and you've done a remarkable job. Most impressive. Only a few pockets of resistance now remain, scattered through the fringe lands. Once I've conquered them, the entire north half of this continent shall belong to me. Well, to me and a few sleazy politicians, but everyone knows who really pulls the strings. That's why they come to me, you see. All these officers and bigwigs with their concerns and pleas. They call me the Ice Queen. Fitting as it may be, I am a general, not royalty. We don't have royalty in our nation anymore. That's why guillotine makers went out of business long ago. No, Snowflake. What did I tell you your job was? Pleasing me. Very good. It won't please me if you go to your forge to make more artemisium right now. It would please me if you stayed here for the rest of the morning, so I won't get bored to death. This is your first time here, isn't it? You don't need to concern yourself with the affairs of the court, darling. Just nestle your head on my shoulder while I play with your hair and give you back rubs. A pet? Now why would you say that, my dear? I don't think of you as my pet. Of course not. You are my boy toy. Now, be a good boy and nuzzle into me. I was so bored until you got here. I won't let you sleep in late again if you take so long. I really should punish you for being so cavalier about all this. Oh, this isn't punishment, sweethearts. No, no, no. This is about me and my cute little boy toy. My subordinates, my guests, everything else, they're just there. I don't care if they see me cuddling you. Actually, I kind of want them to see this. What better way to show everyone you belong to me? A skilled and ingenious alchemist, the last of what remains of your ancient religion, wrapped in iridescent chains of ice and sitting on my lap like an obedient pet, subjugated to serve me and my nation. It really sends a message. Wouldn't you agree? I remember what I promised. Once I've won the war, you'll have your freedom. But until then, you're mine, Snowflake. Yes, the chains were necessary. I can't trust you not to run away when you're not in my bed. And they look so good on you. And I made them. Think of it this way. You're carrying a part of me with you wherever you go. That's kind of sweet, isn't it? And they begin flocking again. Hang on a minute, handsome. Rainier, to what do I owe this pleasure? You're in need of more ships. I'm afraid I'm not the Minister of Maritime Affairs, my friend. Why not take this up with the gentleman in the White Hall? Ah. So you wish to tighten the blockade around Fjordshire. Starve the people of that island until they rise up and overthrow their corrupt monarchy. You know, we could just sail a fleet over there, right? Settle this quickly. Why draw this out into a war of attrition? Very well. You're probably attuned to the feelings of the people there. If they're really on the brink of revolution, and if the Prime Minister approves, then I suppose we can draw this out a little longer. I'll talk to my friends in the Navy, get them to loan you a few more ships and men, but this had better be worth it. Don't let your compassion to save a portion of the populace outweigh your true purpose. I want a puppet government installed on the island before the year is over. Compassion has no place in conquest. You do well to remember that, Rainier. Why, thank you. I'm glad you approve of my alchemist. Cute, isn't he? Yes, war does bring in good spoils. Spoils for me to enjoy and hold close. Have a good day, Rainia. Until next time. Snowflake, you did so well. Just nestled on my lap with your head resting on my shoulder. Squirming only a little as I massaged your scalp and caressed your back. Good boy. Yes, Emery. Bring in the next guest. Who is it? Really? Easton. And what has he gotten up to now? Ah, there you are, Easton. And you have brought a prisoner in chains. My, look what the cat dragged in. Oh? This girl here was one of the rebels that ambushed your unit. What became of the rest of her friends? I see. So she's the sole survivor. Look at her. Defeated, but staring at me with such vitriol in her eyes. Does she have a name? Well, wench, speak up. Do you have a name? Anything you wish to confess? Some valuable information, perhaps, to trade for your life? Oh dear. She doesn't seem like a talker. I suspect she's one of those types who will make me work to slowly, excruciatingly send her into the frozen fields of hell, all the while keeping her lips sealed tighter than a nun's flower. Normally, I'd indulge her, but I have something else for stress relief now. Don't send her into my interrogation chambers. Just have her executed. You can pick the method, Easton. What is it, Snowflake? Are you alright, my dear? Your face looks paler than the snow outside. Excuse me? You want me not to execute her? No, but sweetie, she attacked my men. She's one of the rats of the rebellion. You have no ties to the rebels anymore. They conscripted you. You owe them no kindness. What? Her name is Amira. Is this true, you miserable wretch? Is your name Amira? Why does your face look so fallen? Why do you look so sad now? Why are you looking at my Snowflake? Snowflake, what is the meaning of this? How do you know her? She's your friend. You met her while you were with the rebels. And you You became friends. Friends. Her eyes aren't like yours. She believes in the cause. She'd give up her life for it. She wouldn't hesitate to slit our throats while we slept, had she power. She is not your friend. You want me to spare her life? Why? Please isn't good enough, Snowflake. She's an enemy. A liability. I can't spare her just because you feel sad. What? Yes, I promised you last night I'd give you something you asked for as a reward for all your hard work. For being so good. As long as it was reasonable, I'd reward you with anything you wanted. I was hoping you'd pick something I too would enjoy. This is what you want? I offered to give you a gift, and you want me to spare this brat's life? It is not your place to make such a request of me. You're my prisoner. You have no say in such matters. Snowflake, are you really begging me? I don't understand. Why? Who is she to you? You're lucky my Snowflake has such a soft heart. You're lucky he pleaded on your behalf. It's more than you deserve. Take her away. Put her in a cell somewhere in the dungeons. Snowflake. Enough. Not one more word out of you. I won't take her life, but I'm not releasing her. You have wasted the gift I offered you, but I've given you what you wanted. Now hush. Guards, hold on for a moment. You there, Amira. I don't know what you used to call my Snowflake before he became my slave, but never call him by that again. Never call him at all. Now he lives only to serve me. He is my plaything, my pet. A stray that I took in and domesticated. He is mine. Get out of his life before you are removed. Take her away. You have no idea how upset I am right now, pet. You better make it up to me tonight. Are you sure you don't want a taste of this wine? It's rich and vibrantly red. A lovely color. It is aged very well. Right. You don't drink. You don't smoke. You don't appreciate a woman's affection. You just sit there on my bed like a doll, staring at me
and my midnight blue silk gown. Do you like how well it fits me? Enjoying the show, are you? Yes, I know I cast my little spell on you again. You're frozen and can't move. But it's not like you were going to do anything useful with your hands or tongue or whatever. I don't think it's such a loss. Sometimes I wish I could also block out your thoughts when you're like this. I can hear what you're trying to say. And yes, I am still upset. Well done, Snowflake. I don't know. Maybe I don't like the thought of you having been with Amira. Maybe I'm just petty. It's not like that. Sure. And, how many other women did you make friends with in your old life? No one else? Are you sure? The next time we're in court, you won't be begging me to save another one in your little harem of female friends? Whatever. Just stop talking. Just stop projecting your thoughts. I said, stop it. Your throat feels dry. Fine. Here. I'll hold the bottle of water to your lips. Drink. Oh, so thirsty. See, this you could have told me earlier. Really, Snowflake? You were afraid you'd make me more upset for wanting to drink water. And jokes are supposed to be funny, no? I don't think you're quite as good at making them as you are at making alchemical ammunition. Why are you worried about your friend? I didn't have her executed, did I? She's in a cell. She even has a bed and a blanket. What more do you want? Are you sure you want me to consider letting her go now? You've already pushed your luck today. I might just decide to let her waste away in that cell for the rest of her life. We'll see what happens once the war is over. Do not test me any further. Please. I brought you here to snuggle with you, not to talk about your ex-girlfriend. Why are you so worried about her anyway? I had no one to worry about me like that. Nothing. Just give me a moment and then I'll tuck you in under the covers, alright? Snowflake, what did I tell you? When we're like this, you can just call me Stella. You can also think of me as Stella since you can't talk right now. Whatever. Yes. Yes, I'm fine. I never told you much about myself, did I? How I came to be General Estelle. Well, my past isn't something I go around telling people. There are no public records. No one here really knows. But they do like to spread all sorts of outlandish rumors about me. Like I'm some kind of mythical figure. I'm not. My past is not exciting or remarkable or worthy of being recorded in literature and history. And it has been a very long time since I've thought about such things. No, it's all right. I want to talk about it. I don't trust you out of chains, but I trust you with what really matters, if that makes sense. I don't really know why. Stella was born in a town far to the north of this continent. Small, remote, hard to locate on a map. Stella, I don't remember much from my childhood, except that it was quiet, peaceful, nice even. My parents were kind souls, believe it or not, and they loved me. I was their only child. We lived in a community of traders, trading in spices and silks and warm fur. It was bitterly cold, but my little home was so warm, and I never felt lonely or neglected. Stella was quite happy. Stella had a family, but they took Stella's family away from her. They invaded my home simply to take what valuables we had, just for food and fur and coins. We'd have shared what we had with them if they'd have just asked us for it. They were hungry and cold and just trying to survive too. They were humans too. They were militants involved in the rebellion. The rebels usually didn't venture so far north. Perhaps they were stranded, in need of help. But they didn't ask for help. They just butchered everyone. They sliced my father open in front of me. They threw the corpses of our neighbors out on the streets, leaving the cruelty of their deeds to be buried in the snow. I tried so hard to reason with them, to plead with them, to ask why they were doing this to us, but they didn't understand me. It's like they didn't see me as human. I was the sole survivor. My dark skin, my blue eyes, my blue hair. They had not seen something like that before. One of them said I was too pretty to be dealt the same fate as the others. It would only be years later that I registered what he'd said back then. I was just numb, I guess, on the march from the decimated town to the capital city. They sold me off to one of the upscale houses in the pleasure district. I was just a little girl, so all I had to do was usher in patrons, serve them wine. The wine was often the same color as this. And I had to smile. I just had to smile, like everything was all right. The older girls, they had it much worse. One of them, her name was Sylvia. She was so beautiful, like the moon in the night sky. And her voice was like the first breeze of spring. And she was kind enough to convince herself she was my big sister, after I told her I'd lost my family. Sylvia, she
she'd do my hair just like hers, so I could look pretty. And she'd always bring back chocolates for me when she went to the city with a client. Sylvia was nice. She never once complained or cried in front of me, you know. Even though I could see the cigarette burns in her skin. The scars she covered with makeup. Sylvia, she was my sister, and I couldn't save her. I watched the light leave her eyes after a patron had turned violent. That man just fled, without any regret for the life he'd taken, leaving her naked, broken body in a dark red pool of blood. The sickly smell of copper everywhere. While all I could do was beg Sylvia not to leave me. I wasn't ready to say goodbye. We had promised each other we'd leave that place together one day. We were going to find a home of our own in the city, and it was going to be warm inside. Sylvia had this dream of seeing the ocean all the way out on the western coast. It seemed to me like a stupidly long distance to cover just to see some water, but it was Sylvia's dream. She told me she hoped the ocean would be as blue as my eyes, as she stroked my hair and sang me to sleep one night, when the nightmares became too much. I was afraid of falling asleep again, but she told me she would protect me. No matter what, your big sister will protect you from all the things that lurk in the dark, she whispered, as I finally started to drift off. And I realized she really did mean it. We made a promise, but you can't keep a promise when you're dead. You can't see the ocean when you're dead. All Sylvia wanted was to see a field of blue. And this world wouldn't even give her that. It was then that I realized there's no one watching over me. No messiahs, no gods. There is no one to punish the sinners of the world. No one really cares about anything until it affects them. On my 16th birthday, a visitor asked for me, and he tried to force himself on me. And all I could think about was, maybe I'd be happier if I was dead. But I couldn't die, because there was something that wouldn't let me. It was rage. Rage. I awakened my powers for the first time in that moment. I turned his rod into ice and snapped it off. The blood froze before it hit the ground, and as he screamed in agony, I ran. I ran out of hell, never to look back. But escaping hell is never that easy. The man and his friends eventually caught up to me, cornered me in a nameless alley. I thought I was going to die. And I would have, but something strange happened. There was a witch dressed entirely in white, her face covered by a veil, just standing at the end of the alleyway. So pale she may as well have been a ghost. The men didn't see her. They closed in on me and then they never moved again. 4 ice sculptures stood before me, their faces frozen in terror. And at their center, there she was, the witch who had saved me. But she never spoke, never showed me her face. She just turned into mist, and then she was gone. I don't know who she was, if she was real or just a manifestation of my powers without my knowledge. But she'd visit me again, always during times of great change in my life, and she always stayed silent. She never lifted her veil. I saw her again today for the first time in years. Did you know that, Snowflake? Snowflake? You want to give me a hug? No, sweetheart, I'm all right. Here, let me hold you. Just holding you is enough. Hearing your heartbeat comforts me more than you'll ever know. Thank you, my dear. But it was a long time ago. I'm fine. Really. What did I do after that? Well, I got into the Royal Military Academy. My control over ice convinced the administrators to directly enroll me. I spent a few years mastering my powers, and I graduated top of my class. And then I joined the army, and well, here we are. I've only ever seen the dark side of humanity, Snowflake. I thought perhaps I was simply cursed, but I realized most people aren't kind souls. They aren't like you or Sylvia. They're cruel, spiteful, and capable of great evil. Or they're simply indifferent. If I lived in a world of monsters, then I was going to rule them all. And for that, I had to give up part of my soul. Stella had to lose her humanity to become Estelle Evening Star. And I do not regret a single thing I did. You can either be kind or you can be strong. Never both. Not really. I chose to be strong. To put my ambitions above human lives. Someone else would have done the same if not me. I chose to hold the gun, Snowflake, and shoot it. And I would do it all over again. That is who I am. So, before you drift off into the world of dreams, tell me one thing, my little Snowflake. Are you afraid of me?